I'm in shock of how many people refuse to be successful in tattooing. They could be the most talented tattoo artist with the greatest tattoos known to mankind, but they neglect so many aspects of the business that eventually it has to collapse. I've been a tattoo artist in this industry for over 16 years and I've seen it happen so many times. On the flip side, sometimes it can go the opposite way. And I've often thought to myself, how has that average, mediocre tattooist got so many customers, so many followers? The business is thriving. And here's the problem, the reason why that happens. And I'm talking about artists just not picking the niche and marketing to just the wrong customers, or even worse, just not marketing at all. But don't worry, I have taught over 100,000 students how to tattoo from start to finish. And many of those have gone on to open their own shops by following this super simple formula that I'm about to give you. So the first thing is we need to pick a niche, and this is massively important. I've said it in tons of videos, so if you've watched the rest of the channel, you'll be familiar with this analogy. But you've got to be specific in the type of tattoos that you're wanting to do and how you brand your business. So for this example, let's use black and grey realism. Obviously that's what I do, so we'll use that as an example. But every time I'm putting posts on, I'm putting posts in that style. So let's say we've found a niche, we've chose it. In this instance, we're going for black and grey realism. Then we need to focus on the business and marketing specifically aimed at that niche that we've chose. So just as an example, like I said, we've chose black and grey realism. The business and marketing is going to be aimed at that. Every time we put a post on that's black and grey realism, we're going to tell the audience, tell our future customers, I love doing this style. I want to do more of this style. Have you got any ideas that you want within this style? It's all aimed at the ideal customer, which for anybody that's been on my business and marketing course, this will make perfect sense. You've got to aim your business, your marketing, everything that you do to the person that you're wanting to attract. Not just everybody and anybody, a specific individual. So creating the customer avatar, your ideal customer, massively important. Where do those people hang out? Are you on right platform? What colours would attract that person? Because that's going to affect your logos, the colour of your shop. Everything should be aimed at that ideal customer. The way you word your post, the way your website looks. There's so many things to think about that most, let's be honest, tattoo artists never even consider. But when you've got every link of the chain combined, all working together, then it's strong, it holds. One weak link and you ain't got a chain at all. We've got to understand the business marketing aimed at a specific niche, aimed at the right people. So let's just run this by another example. Not everybody wants to do black and grey realism. Let's just take the horror theme. Let's say you're an artist, you absolutely love horror, dark, cringy stuff. Your ideal customer, they might be a little bit on the dark side, the gothic side. They like horror films. You might have your shop and your logo blacks or reds to represent blood. It's all got that feel to it, hasn't it? You're not gonna have fucking Teletubbies on your wall, all right, with bright blue or a green shop. Because that's not going to fit your persona. That your ideal customer is not going to be attracted to that shop, that design, that focus. So there's loads of things that we need to start thinking about of how to attract the type of person that we want in our shop. Hopefully that's just sparked a few ideas. Like I say, I've got a business and marketing course specifically made for the tattoo industry that covers all this in depth. It literally takes me an hour per topic to go through it so you fully understand it, but hopefully that's starting to make sense. Everything's got to be aimed around your niche, your customer, the customer avatar. How old is that person? What sort of income do they have? Where do they live? Is your ideal customer within an hour's drive from you? Or do you have people flying in from abroad so you've got a lot bigger audience? We've got to narrow things down and do things properly. And that's why the fastest and guaranteed way, let's be honest, of completely trashing, ruining your business is neglecting these facts. Neglecting the fact you've got to run it like a business, you've got to market it. It is no longer just about the standard of the work, and that is where artists fuck up. Let's be honest, all they're bothered about is the tattoo. They assume if I get really good at tattooing, naturally, I'll automatically get a really successful business with a flood of customers. Not the case. We can see it all the time on Facebook. World-class artists, no customers. Mediocre tattooists, but yet the business is booming. Do the research. Please, I've studied and I've researched this, but don't just take my word for it. Jump on social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want. Look at all the local shops to wherever you are in the world. Some of those shops, the work is going to be below par, but yet the business is absolutely booming. And there's going to be some of your competitors, essentially, that the work is right up here, and yet the business is struggling. Why do you think that is? Well, I've just given you the answer. Just as another example to really solidify it, and hopefully it makes sense to you. Let's just say you're a female artist, you do very feminine designs. Your entire business model, the niche that you're in, is aimed at female related tattoos. Might be like floral leg pieces, under boob tattoos, whatever it may be. You're then not going to have a logo and a shop that represents death. Are you? Really dark skulls all over the place. If your target audience is dainty, little, do you understand the concept that I'm trying to make? It's hard to put it into words in just a short video. Like I say, for anybody that's relating to this, yeah, I totally understand what you're getting, Ben. I do have a 14-week step-by-step where each week we combat one aspect of your business. Listen, the results that people have had from following this. I've had people go from never been more than 2 weeks booked up to following this, and it's not just a simple fix. They've changed the business name in some cases, totally revamped the shop. They've actually not just listened to the course, but they've implemented the lessons. They've gone from being 2 weeks booked up to almost a year by the end of that 3-month period. But yet for years prior to that, they'd never exceeded 2 weeks worth of bookings. This system works. But like I said earlier, it's about having all the links connected. 1 weak link, if your business is failing in just one way, the chain would break. You've got to understand how the business works, how the customers work, how they respond to things. What type of ads do you need running? This is just a short video, so hopefully it's just the tip of the iceberg, but it sparks that imagination inside you. Look, it's not just about the tattooing. I've got to understand the business. I've got to know my customers. I've got to market that business. So hopefully it sparked a few ideas, and even if you just take that from this video, I need to start learning this stuff. I've got a ton of videos on the channel. Make sure you go check them out, covering different topics individually, so a little bit more in depth. This is almost like an overview, but please just take that action and start trying to educate yourself. If you're struggling with fundamentals, listen, whether you're just getting into tattooing, or we've got people on course that's been in game for years, don't matter what level you're at or where you're at or how long you've been doing it, go check out in the description. There's a link to fundamentals course. It's $27. It's 39 lessons. It's fucking jam-packed of information. It'll take you from never holding the machine to doing some pretty cool designs, to be fair. So I'll see you in there. Don't forget, we've got loads of stuff on the channel. Make sure you go check it out. As always, give it a thumbs up and I'm going to give you mine. If you've been on channel a few times, you know what's coming. I'll see you in the next one.